Right now on SUTV News, 13 people are homeless after a fire destroys a home in Shippensburg. I'm Kyle Rogers. Also tonight, in Offline.
I don't see anything.
He can only see in black and white. How one SHIP student's colorblindness could help him get a job in the military. I'm Amanda Peterson. Also ahead, Sister Act.
Great feeling to know that not only did you make history on your campus, but you made history.
How these two students brought the sorority to campus.
Coming back in 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
And good evening. Even though we're just starting this semester, next semester some of you could save some money. Starting in July, out-of-state students at Shippensburg University will pay less for tuition.
The Board of Governors for Higher Education approved the change earlier today. Tuition will drop roughly $700 for out-of-state students. Students majoring in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are saving more.
The program is called Out-of-State Tuition Advantage. It offers better savings for students entering those fields. Meanwhile, even universities continue to learn. Shippensburg University is growing with a new master's program. Today, the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, or PASHE, approved 3 new academic programs. One of the 3 is a new master's program in science education. The 18-month program will meet the growing need for highly qualified science teachers. It will also bring more second career science professionals into the classroom. The program was partially developed through a grant from PASHE. It will include technology-based coursework as well as an intense field-based experience.
Forecasters aren't the only ones predicting freezes. A mid-year budget freeze could be in effect after Pennsylvania received lower revenues for the year than anticipated. PASHE could have nearly $20 million in state funding frozen. This amounts to about 5% of their budget and is the highest freeze out of all of the departments. Governor Corbett says that if the freeze happens, some funds could be pulled from the reserve if the revenue picture improves.
Well, if you were online yesterday, you might have noticed some internet sites weren't available. Websites like Wikipedia, Mozilla, and Reddit denied service to their sites in protest of new legislation in Congress. The legislation called SOPA and PIPA will be used to combat internet piracy and copyright infringement, according to legislators. According to Politico.com, an estimated 7,000 sites went dark in opposition to the bills. The heads of these sites claim these bills will place undue burdens on webmasters by forcing them to police their sites or risk being blacklisted. Dr. John Ellerbach is a professor of journalism at Shippensburg and shows the same concerns.
Suddenly, the law is saying, we're going to prosecute you. You're not just a conduit for all this information. You are the publisher, and therefore, as soon as somebody screws up and publishes copyright material that should have been compensated for, you're in trouble.
Over 4.5 million people signed a petition by Google yesterday. They joined another 3 million people who had signed the petition before. The site fightforthefuture.org confirmed activists sent over 350,000 emails to legislators using their site alone. And in Congress, 18 former supporters of the bills pulled their support. 7 were co-sponsors.
A former ship raider who went on to be a United States representative for parts of Cumberland County will not seek re-election. Republican Todd Platts announced this week he has no plans to run this year. This comes as Pennsylvania revamped its congressional districts. Platt served the 19th district, including parts of Adams, York, and Cumberland County. He graduated from Shippensburg University in 1984. Coming up on SUTV News, find out what store in Shippensburg will be closing its doors.
And meet a student whose blindness could be the government's sight.
It's coming up next.
Tonight, the American Red Cross continues to help 13 people left homeless after a fire in Shippensburg. Some of them are staying with friends and family, while others are at a motel until they can make further arrangements. Earlier this week, flames tore through this apartment building at 130 East Garfield Street. The flames started from an electrical wiring on the 2nd floor. 2 firemen and a man in the complex were taken to the hospital. They were released soon after. Well, although the semester has just begun, we want to remind you spring break starts Friday, March 9th at 4 p.m. and classes resume Monday morning, March 19th at 8.
Not only are some students at Shippensburg learning in their classes, they're also learning American customs. Dan Winnick has more.
From New Delhi to London to Australia, international students are coming to Shippensburg to get a taste of the American college lifestyle. Like Amanda, a student from the Netherlands.
It's really different because you live on campus and we don't have this campus life in the Netherlands. So you are busy with your college life 24/7.
Amanda is an exchange student, a program exchanging our students with international ones. Director of International Programs Mary Burnett says Shippensburg has been a popular school for exchange students.
What tends to encourage the students to come is word of mouth, meaning they've had students come here, some of their friends or peers, and then they could go back to their home country and talk about how much they enjoyed coming here, and that encourages other students to be able to come.
Many international students living at Shippensburg are not a part of exchange programs. Many of them have chosen to leave their home countries for their own reasons, like Takumi, a 21-year-old freshman from Japan.
I just wanted to live in America. Yeah, I like, American cultures, like movies and music, so I really wanted to live here.
Although studying abroad does have its challenges, those who have done it say it's worth it. Dan Winnick, SUTV News.
For more information on Shippensburg's exchange program, visit room 117 in McLean Hall or go to ship.edu/international. Shippensburg's Food Lion won't be roaring much longer. The company is shutting down over 100 stores nationwide, including the one on Fayette Street. 40 people are losing their jobs. The 2 Food Lions in nearby Chambersburg, however, are not on the closing list.
Color vision deficiency affects people every day. One SHIP student shows us what it's like to see the world in black and white. Kevin Battersby reports.
There's nothing there. Yeah, I don't see anything.
Color vision deficiency impacts Carson Glusko every day.
It can feel like people treat me differently once they do know that I am colorblind.
Imagine a world where the image behind me really looks more like this.
Biology professor Alyssa Bumbaugh knows the genetics behind Carson's issue.
The cones allow us to actually see the colors, and we have pigments that can be detected. There are red, green, and blue, and any mutation in those pigments can allow you to perceive color a little bit differently.
But it's never going to go away. There's no magic pill for it. There's no magic glasses that you can put on that is going to tweak everything to make it work right.
Because I don't see it.
Even reading a traffic light can be a problem.
Sometimes I will stop when it's actually green and I should be going, and people behind me get mad and they'll honk their horns, and then I know it's time to go.
But it's not all bad.
They recruited me pretty heavily for the armed forces. We're supposed to be good at surveillance, and that's because everything is on a similar backdrop. We can pick out things that are out of place or different.
And those differences make Carson special. Kevin Battersby, SUTV News.
And 1 in every 20 men run the risk of color deficiency, while only 1 in every 200 women are at risk.
Well, lucky me, Kyle. Don't go away. Still to come on SUTV News, Zach Briscoe's chilly forecast.
And here's a look at what's ahead in this week's Slate.
I'm Kara Shoemaker, the managing editor at The Slate. This week in The Slate, in the Ship Life section, check out a story on the Frostival, a horse farm, and the first pet of the week for the spring semester. In arts and entertainment, look for a story and coverage of the Bryan Adams show that was this weekend. Also, look for a profile on Neely Spence, and her decision to not run track for SU this spring. And also, this weekend, the coverage of the men's and women's basketball games held in Higas. Make sure you check out The Slate on Newsstands Tuesday.
Well, we didn't have a white Christmas. In fact, there hasn't been a significant snowfall since October.
No problem with that. Zach Briscoe is here with our weather forecast. So what can we expect this week, Zach?
Good evening, everybody. Since we had that snow in October, we had our cold spells, but the snow has been lacking. But that could all be coming to a change here shortly. First, looking at your almanac, we'll see the average high this time of year is 37 degrees. We were below that today. 22 degrees for your low, and precipitation 1.64 inches so far. Tonight, we'll see a little snow around the region, especially as you head off to the west. As you head towards the east, though, the snow will be getting eaten up by the mountains due to dry air. Tomorrow, we'll look at conditions are going to clear out a little bit. Snow lingers in the west, 32 degrees for your high. As we look at our snowfall maps here, we'll see there could be a little bit of a dusting, a coating, maybe an inch in higher bands across our region. As you head out to the west, though, 2 to 4 inches around Pittsburgh and Johnstown. Now for our weekend storm, you could be seeing 2 to 4 inches of snow, then some sleet and freezing rain, more snow as you head to the north. Your 5-day forecast, we'll see partly sunny skies tomorrow, snow to ice on Saturday, freezing drizzle on Sunday, and then rain. So it's going to get a little messy here coming up. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Zach. Now that the cold weather has arrived, bringing the annual Frostival to Shippensburg. This Saturday from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., show your skills in a gaming competition and play bingo for prizes. Organizers will collect non-perishable food donations at the door. With every donation you bring, you're entered for a drawing for additional prizes. You could win an $100 American Express gift card, a TV, DVD bundle, or a Keurig.
Ooh, I could use a Keurig. Well, starting a sorority is no easy task, but Rachel Flores tracked down some SHIP students who handled the task with some fancy footwork.
Sorority sisters Karina and Mauricio certainly have something to dance about. They are celebrating their first anniversary as a chapter at Shippensburg University.
One of the main reasons why we wanted to start to bring it here is because, we didn't feel, we didn't see anything like it here. Like, it's a Latina sorority. It was founded Latina sorority, but it's not Latin bound. Like, we accept any sisters from any different cultures in our sorority.
The road to becoming a fully recognized chapter was long and difficult, but after 2.5 years, they finally accomplished their goal.
Of course, it's going to be much more harder because the sorority isn't established here. So we have to go through a lot of directors, a lot of chain of people, and just speak to a lot of people to try to get that here.
Mauricio says organizations like Chi Upsilon Sigma help young minorities by providing an extra support system that lasts even beyond their college years.
It motivates you to go to school. We do stuff where we go speak to younger high school children, and they see that, and it opens doors for them.
Charlene says she is proud to be a founder.
It's a great feeling to know that not only did you make history on your campus, but you made history in your organization as well.
The Sisters of Chi Upsilon Sigma hope they can continue to share Latin culture and messages of women's empowerment for many years to come. Rachel Flores, SUTV News.
SHIP is home to nearly 30 Greek-lettered organizations. If you'd like to learn more about or more information about Greek life, contact Emily Danielson, the Director of Fraternity and Sorority Life, or Diane Jefferson at the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs. Don't go away. Sports is next. Welcome back to SUTV News.
Sean Gallagher joins us with sports. Hi, Sean.
How you guys doing?
Good.
And how was your break?
It was great. How was yours?
Oh, very good, but I'm happy to be back here and get back into the groove of things.
Right, your last semester.
Yep, can't believe it. Well, to start off, it may be hard to believe, but the basketball season is already beyond the halfway mark, and both the men and women's teams have entered conference play. It has been tough going for both teams since their return from vacation. The women's team is 2-4 in their last 6 games, while the men have dropped 4 in a row since winning 2 of their first 3 games following the break. Last night, the teams traveled to Westchester to take on the Golden Rams. The Lady Red Raiders faced a Golden Ram team who was at the top of the PSAC East standings. Shippensburg tried to overcome a 17-point deficit in the second half, but came up short, 63-58. The men's game had 2 teams who were evenly matched coming in, but the Westchester men edged out Shippensburg, winning 78-74. It's the 6th game this year the men have lost by 4 points or less. Currently, the women are 7-8 overall and 4-7 in conference play. The men have not fared as well with a 6-11 overall record, and they are 3-8 in the conference. Both teams are in action at Higas Fieldhouse this Saturday as they face the East Stroudsburg Warriors. SUTV has the game. Tune into Channel 82 on campus and Channel 21 off campus starting at 1 p.m. Moving from the hardwood to the mat, the Shippensburg wrestling team returned to action on January 7th with the Wolfpack Duels Tournament. Shippensburg won 2 of 4 matches, and last Thursday beat Seton Hill 22-15. The team has a 5-6 record overall, and will travel to Johnstown this weekend for Super Regional 1 duels. And may I add, too, they'll have a match tomorrow at 6 p.m. Over the break, we learned Shippensburg's field hockey coach Bernie Landis will be inducted into the National Field Hockey Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Landis has the most wins of any active coach in Division II, with 401 career wins, 217 of those being with Shippensburg. Landis has also been named the PSAC Coach of the Year 6 times since 1999. So great news with Coach Landis, truly worthy of the honor. And I'm hoping we can get Shippensburg basketball to really get on a hot streak, keep kind of the winning mentality we've seen throughout the entire school year.
Right.
Let's hope so.
Hopefully our live broadcast this Saturday can bring them a little bit of luck.
Absolutely. John Block and Trey Kimball will have the call for that.
Right, and I'll be there on the sideline.
All right, Sean, thank you so much. Well, the Women's Center wants nominations for the Jarrow Award. The Jarrow Award is for a campus community member who has outstanding contributions to improving the campus for women. The award is in 2 categories, student and faculty, and staff or administration. If you want to nominate someone, send his or her name to the Women's Center, include an address, phone number, and the reason you think they deserve this award. Also include your name and phone number. Forms for the nominations are available at the Women's Center. Nominations are due Wednesday, February 26th. Well, Mandy Whaley is here with our entertainment update right now. Hello, Mandy.
Hey, guys. This Sunday, Canadian singer and songwriter Bryan Adams will be at the Lure Center at 7 p.m. His Bare Bones tour includes songs such as Summer of '69 and Heaven. There are still tickets available, so don't miss it. And for the latest in Hollywood news, the hit show Glee will be airing its Michael Jackson tribute Tuesday, January 31st. If you're too excited to wait, check out the photos that Fox has released from the episode. It's safe to say we were all excited to hear the arrival of Jay-Z and Beyonce's baby girl, Blue Ivy. Jay-Z's newest song, Glory, is written for Blue Ivy and is hitting top charts. Check it out. And also check out these new movies that are coming to theaters this weekend: Underworld Awakening, Haywire, Red Tails, and The Frontline. That's all for me this week. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Mandy.
That's it for SUTV News. I'm Amanda Peterson.
And I'm Kyle Rogers. Thanks for watching. Join us on Facebook at facebook.com/SUTV News. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.